Okay, here, let's see. Back again. So I had another crash out, and I think I've identified my problem. I've gotten into this habit of doubling down, and I just get to the point of over leverage. Even when I'm right, over leveraged and up to like the maximum contract. Basically, I keep doubling down, and then price ends up going back the way I want, but I'm just too over leveraged, and it hits the maximum $1,000 daily loss limit on the eval. So, and I just get to, so that's been my problem. So I need to have like more patience either, and I have basically got back on track as far as what my original strategy was, which is following these PD rays as the core. Now I use a lot of the other things I've talked about in addition to that, but as my core, these PD arrays are really the driving force of which direction I want to go. And starting up at the weekly, we know, for instance, we're in an upward trend. So this is my disrespect level here. If price comes down here, it's a disrespecting, and then we kind of might see this as an entry point, and then it go up to new highs. We're at all-time highs, so we don't really have much to go on above. But as we scale down to lower time frames, we still look at these levels. So 7,33825, 7339. So we're basically way down here. 39 as a potential. 39. This would be a good entry based on the PD rates. And if we scale down, we just keep going down. 388. What is that? 388. 388. So we could look to this as another level to go in and watch. And then if I just, let's see, that was the daily's way down there. That's 344. 4 hour is 388. Now we had war news and stuff like that, so I'm kind of expecting price to go down anyways. I am trading pre-market right now. 385, so we'll call that about the same. And then we're just scaling down. So we are in an uptrend. However, some of the indicators, okay, 390, but we'll call that the same as that one. So I want to just see where my bottoms are. 390, okay, keep that one. So I could see price coming down all the way to those levels, and then that would be a good entry to go long. 390. So on a lot of these time frames, that's kind of like a key point there. We've already wicked down here, and this is below a trend line, so you know, markets could be turn into a downtrend with the war news and everything. 98. Okay, so we're at 98 there. 398. Okay. Keep working my way down. 7406. So that's basically where my profit line is. So 406, right where the profit line is. So this is all the things to consider too. Is on this candle, prices already started down there. So really, this could be the target on the 15. And we're making a lot of movement up at the moment. We're already back in the hole, even after started off with a little bit of profit pre-market. But so you see here, this is an entry here. This one on the lower time frame, we're in a downtrend. So this may be a pullback unless it completely disrespects and continues up. And so what I've been doing is doubling down. And I need to have clear exits, like what's my limit. Like right now, I was up over 200 bucks. Now I'm basically down $1 because I'm in this losing trade. What is my exit point? Is it past the disrespect? Is it a fair value gap? What's going to be my invalidation here? We do have two fair value gaps on the 1 minute, and we're now still in a downtrend. We're going to see if we basically invert any of these fair value gaps. We have some momentum up. We still overall, I'm seeing a lot of downward momentum. I still like my 1 hour push down as my key bias indicator. I see a lot of downward momentum overall, a lot of pushes, and my pushes are when a candle makes more volume in the opposite direction as the previous candle. And so you see this one push down greater than the one that was before, which was actually greater than the greater than the one before that. So I still feel like that's a good bias. I see that on a lot of time frames, and things can change market open though, because this candle will have more volume, and it's already in an uptrend, and we have 47 minutes to see if that is decided yet. So I'm okay at this point. I'm a little bit underwater. I do want to see it reverse and just take this. It doesn't have to retrust. Doesn't have to make new lows. We had this little market manipulation. That's actually where I made the 200 bucks off initially, and then I could have exited a couple times with my just point strategy, but I am trying to get at least a minimum amount of points off this. So basically now it's deciding when I want to get out. I think we really seem like we're going the other way. At this point, we might see another tweezer top at some point, but we do need to see a down candle at some point. So we're going to give it a little bit more time. Market opens in about 17 minutes. So we are making a little bit of a tweezer bottom on this 1 hour here, because we've already wicked down here in a substantial way. So I have my trend lines here. If we go above this, we're kind of breaking to the upside. If we've already tested this low trend here, I should only really be taking buys anyways, because my overall, a lot of my indicators I think are in an upward trend, and this one, we're 45 minutes away from closing this one. It could go either way. Market could push us back down. We're still a lot of wiggle room down here. That price could come down again before going up. And so we failed to take out this Asian high here, and we still have the Asian low down there. We had a lot of bearish pushes, like aggressive bearish selling here. So, and I see enough to make me just think it's going to go down at some points. We're in a downtrend, on a minor downtrend. However, this is, I guess, considered a high, so we are maybe in an uptrend now. So I got to figure out when I'm going to get out. Now, it's better than what I had been doing, which is blowing my account. I know I have the ability to make money. Like Friday, I started this account. I got up to 1,200 bucks, or I got up to 600 bucks. Got in one of these double down situations. I ended up closing out, which I was happy with. I lost $300, so I went from 6 to 300, and then I went up to 1,200, and then I got in a double down situation, was in drawdown, but ended up coming around. So it was like a little bit of a loss. I think I was at like 1,000. I worked my way back up to 1,200, and then I did a 60 contract trade and I doubled down and it ended up losing, getting to my maximum loss. However, my $1,000 daily loss limit was hit, but my trade ended up going all the way back up to where my take profit was. So I just over leveraged. So I need to not do that. I need to be patient, and I still need to see my confluences and my overall signals here. However, I cannot. I always get myself into trouble when I double down, and if I'm trading at 10 contracts, I can't double down more than once because I would be at 20 contracts, and it's just too close with that daily loss limit of $1,000 in it. So I'm actually 10 contracts is pretty aggressive. That's like the maximum really I should be trading, anyways. So I think I need to get more discipline on just getting out of a trade, even with a loss, like I did on Friday, where I lost half my pop, but then I ended up getting back to 1,200. So I know I have the ability to generate the money even if I make a loss, a small loss. So I just got to get okay with that, I guess. So we got to figure out how long we're going to let this go up. I think this is reasonable for it to come down and take out this, hit my take profit here. Still, even though we're in this crazy uptrend, I really should consider getting out though. I'm down 51 bucks, which isn't bad to start. We have made, so here's the other thing. We've already broken out. This is the midline. We're looking maybe at a break and retest to the downside. And however, those have failed me the last couple of times I've tried to play the break and retest. I've had clean setups, but then it just doesn't go the right way. So with the break and retest, this midline on the 15 minute opening candle range at 8 a.m. This is my midline. As long as this gets respected, then we could see price come down in a big way. However, you can see on the 1 minute we're still technically in a downtrend as far as market structure goes. I think on 15 minute we are too, because we haven't broken this high, so we're still in a downtrend there. So I'm still holding out this trade even though it's for like a point. So we're coming back now here. We have 12 minutes till market opens. I only have 800 in my drawdown at the moment, so I need to be very careful. We had the market structure shift to the downside, so that's something. We have not made a 15-minute fair value gap to the upside. We have not made a 5-minute fair value gap to the upside. So we have made two 1-minute fair value gaps to the upside, which one of my models, because I have not been paying attention, I just been letting this trade run, which probably shouldn't have done either. But one of my signals was if I get a fair value gap in the opposite direction of my trade, then that's an exit point, and maybe I should have done that. So I should have gotten out already, and in that case I could have saved this, waited for that move down until we got to this target, this entry line. Basically it's either a disrespect or entry to the direction that the market wants to go. So had I done that, that's 3 points. So I would have saved basically 150 bucks, and then entered off of this point. Should have also waited for a market to open in 10 minutes, but I'm still kind of tinkering. I'm still getting my bearings and trying to find my ranges, my personal ranges. 10 minutes till market opens. I still feel like price is going to go down. We see a lot of downward momentum. We have 39 minutes left on this. A lot of room to work. This has not signaled. I have this one also as my continuation momentum indicator, which would make it also yellow if it's looking like it's probable that it will close as a inversion candle. Still want to keep an eye on these levels. Okay, if it disrespects this level, which means if a candle closes above with the body on the top and above, then that's considered disrespect. We could also wait for the 5 minute. However, this looking like it kind of wants to go up today for some reason. So we're still kind of waiting. We got 9 minutes till market opens. I really wish I was not on the other end of this so deep on the market open. And we are kind of pushing up now. We're down to 88 bucks. Probably already I should have gotten out here and waited till market opens, but I was going to the bathroom. So we just made another fair value gap. Let's see if it wants to hold up. If this wants to hold, then we're getting out. Okay, we're down 100 bucks. We're down. It's looking like I'm gonna wait for this candle to close. If it indeed, okay, we got a market structure shift. I'm getting out. I'm just getting out. This is too many signals in the wrong way. We're down 100 bucks before market opens. Okay. Now we want to see what's going to happen here. We do kind of need a little bit of a pullback before, unless it just explodes. I want to look on a higher time frame where my entry would be. We're starting to reverse now, it looks like. So we're in an uptrend here, but I would need to see it come down here in order to take it. So my entry would have gotten taken, and then I would have taken a trade here. But we're still a little bit undecided on which way the market wants to go at this point. We have a trend line up here, which it could come down. This could be a very choppy day, which I'm okay with because my strategy has been basically good for choppy, because I'm just playing these ranges based on these market structure ranges. Alright, so what's going on? I could play the 1 minute ranges, which you see this ranging a lot, but we see signals like that which make me think that we're getting a push up and it wants to continue. So we got 6 minutes until market opens. Still get a lot of bearish signals. We could see if we get rejected here. We got 48 seconds. This is an entry on the 5 minute, but I don't like to see this volume. That's the only problem. I mean, I do have a lot of my signals here. I'm going to go for it, I think. Wait for market. I'll wait for market open. But that's technically an entry. Here down to here. My volume is greater than my previous candle. Obviously, volume is stepping up. Now it looks like we might start to see a reversal. My entry model, I could potentially take once I once I make a fair value gap to the downside. That would be an entry model to the downside. I would have to make technically two fair value gaps to go the opposite way. So we're in along as of here. Once we make one fair value gap, it technically would be a signal to get out of a trade going to the downside. If we're going up, then if I make another one fair value gap to the downside on the 1 minute going down, then that would be an entry to take down. We've inverted this candle here. Let's see, it looks like we're going to make a fair value gap. This might be an entry. We are 5 minutes left till market opens. We are starting to turn around here. We've made a fair value gap. We will be making a fair value gap. See, this is what I was waiting for the whole time. We got 5 minutes, but that's going to get us out. I want to wait for that second fair value gap to the downside on the 1 minute to consider getting in. We're waiting for ain't that some shit though? So we've now basically got $100 back. 14, about 4 points, $200 back. So that's why I'm okay with it, because it's, you know, I got to realize it's the price of doing business when you're day trading. But see, I'm waiting for this to close, and this will give me my exit from this long. If I, you know, if I was just following this, it's actually consistent over time. Following this, I'm hoping I can improve on it just with my instincts and watching the other signals. So that would be my exit. We want to see what this opening, we got 3 minutes left. I could wait. We want to see if we make another. I should have just kept the 220 I made in pre-market. And that would have been in a good position for the day. Now I'm only got 730 for my drawdown. Well, I could have held on to it, because it does look like it's going all the way back down. Okay, we made it. I'm going to get in because we've now made. Put my take profit down there. We're making a fair value gap here. We're inverting fair value gaps. Actually, I was a little premature on this one, and we've already taken our line there. If it inverts this, I might get right back out. We seem to be in a push down, but market will open, and it will probably wake up at least to take that out. We've seen a splash of down momentum here. We have 2 minutes until market opens. Okay, now we're getting a push back up. We took out that fair value gap. Let's see if we can make another one. Might just consider getting out. I was a little premature. I did not wait for that fair value gap to hold up, but I just could get out of here. Could wick down and take that. That would be 2 points. Market opens in 1 minute. We will probably wick down to take this and get a little bit in back. So then we will wait to see if market wants to go up or continue down. Still need to see one more fair value gap being made to really validate our trend change here. Starting to get a little rambunctious as market's getting ready to open. We've got 20 seconds left. I think it'll take this. This is a reasonable grab here. We're in a down candle at the moment. Almost got it there. That's a big wick. It could be signaling we reverse, and we did. And I could, okay, with a little bit of, that's why I don't want to have a stop loss. We're down $200. We're going up in a big way. I don't want to get in again because I don't want to lose. It's too much leverage. I'm going to wait. Hopefully it will come down and will wick down. If not, I need to consider getting out. If it goes past, we're going to make a fair value gap unless it completely wicks down and makes another. Okay, we're skyrocketing. We've invalidated that. We'll keep, now we're in an uptrend. I'm gonna get out before maybe it gets too crazy. We're coming back down. I want to see if what's going to happen with the next candle. Seems like we're going up. Okay, I'm out. Wow, I'm down. I got very little wiggle room now on this account too. I'm down 400 bucks for the day. A couple stupid mistakes. I'm gonna do this. Okay, it's going up. I'm gonna just try to go back to the strategy, which is get a little bit. This is good. I'm gonna actually take that. I'm gonna wait for it to go back down. We are in an uptrend overall. I'm gonna wait to see if I could buy in here. Everything's signaling up. I'm gonna buy. This is what I really should have waited for. I'm gonna get out once I see a good number up there, hopefully. I think it'll go up, spike up and take that. Okay, got that one. Getting out of the hole. We're gonna buy in again. I'm just working this range a little bit. We are gonna be getting close to our, I want to see at least 20 bucks before I get out of a trade. We got two big fair value gaps going up. So I might, this would be one double down scenario that I would consider double down because we are in a serious uptrend at the moment. But we are at the top of this trend line here. That's the other thing I gotta be considerate about. Okay, we got that. We're still going up. We're actually, we've just switched trends on this. I could see price coming down. Now, I'm gonna be very careful because we don't have much to work with. We're getting real close to all-time highs here. We could see it come all the way down. I'm gonna look at my 1 hour. It is up now, but we've already basically, I'm gonna take this to see if I can get a couple more points here out of this. This could be a big wick down at the moment. I might consider doubling down just because I don't have that much to lose at this point. At this point, the accounts, it's not, I don't have much, so it's just fucking swing for the fences at this point. But that's a reasonable ask there. We are in an uptrend. We got a lot of buying, aggressive buying here. We are above the trend line, but this New York high is a target at 7428. But my strategy really is to take profit, get in, get out, and keep taking profit little by little. So I'll just re-entry at a better position and then take profit again and again and again. Just a couple points here and there. That's kind of been my strategy that it's been working for me until I double down to infinity and I blow, I can hit the maximum daily loss limit. So that's the real thing I want to practice on this session is getting out of trades, which I've already done, and up to a loss. And I wonder, okay, see, I could take this here. This is 12 bucks, but I am looking for like 20 bucks. However, I should just be taking, a lot of times I could just take profit and see there, right back in, went down a little bit. Very well, okay, we got some aggressive selling popping in here, but we're not making big wicks at the moment. So this is like an entry here. I might double down. I'm going to double down. I'm going to take profits down there a little bit. We're swinging for the fences at this point. We're over leveraged, but this is like a little bit of a pullback. As long as we don't have some crazy market manipulation, I think it's reasonable to take these two contracts here. Actually, I might do this here. I think you do save fees if you if you do. Okay, well, how deep in this fair value gap are we going to take liquidity? That's another question. We're at the end of the disrespect range. This would be considered an entry. And when we go down, it pushes our disrespect range down, so we have basically potentially further to fall. I want to take this back down to 10. I've also made mistakes of keeping my leverage too high and just screwing up my account that way. So this will be a good win if we could get this to come up and take profit here. It's not a big ask, but we may be in the process of like reversing here. We've made a big push down. We've inverted a fair value gap. At some point, I think it will come back up, as long as we don't blow our account first. See, I'm over leveraged. If this gets to 1,000, then I'm out of this trade. That's the problem with this $1,000 daily loss limit. And I'm getting real close. It has to go up and take that profit really soon. Otherwise, I'm going to blow the account. Or, yeah, pretty much blow the account at this point. So that's the name of the game, I think, with these evals is you're going to blow accounts because you kind of want to go aggressive initially because you don't want to spend a month on just passing the eval, and you want to get into the live account, which I've done that in a matter of a day, you know, on a few occasions actually. So that's kind of the goal, is to go a little bit heavy, and if you blow the account, you blow the account and you just get a new one until you go live. And then I would say scale back to maybe 5 contracts and just really try to get $500 a day instead of passing, you know, a 3K account. So I'm hoping that this is going to go up here. We got an up candle. We're basically we're not far from a opening range on the 1 minute. We're basically, this is an entry here. This is our take profit. We've already started up here though, so we're kind of in a disrespect trend as it is. But I'm just going to see which way this wants to go. So yeah, that's my big mistake, is doubling down to infinity. Even when I was right at the wrong time, and it's just a matter of taking smaller losses and then getting back in, and then keep my progress of taking, you know, little base hits and little wins. It's looking like it wants to go up now, which this will be a good to get me out of the hole a little bit. I might even consider manually exiting, but you do get fees, so I'm trying to like not take too small of a win, because the fee is a big percentage of a small win. So what's the price going to do here? We kind of got like equal highs going here, but we're making a little bit of a trend up. We're already above this trend line, which we blasted through it, so I guess that makes me think we're actually going to be in an uptrend today. Our 1 hour is now in the bullish setting here. Our momentum looks like shit. We're above the EMA, so a lot of signals look like we're going to take profit here. We're in an uptrend. We just came out of a downtrend on a 5 minute. We blew through. We made a market structure change, so things look up. I mean, things look like we're going to be fine on this. Now, you could have a market manipulation that just wicks down there and takes out your account. That's why I want to be good at not taking stop losses, and actually sometimes instinctively maybe enter in or sell, buy or sell based off of an impulsive wick down market manipulation or something. Okay, so we're going to probably take this. I want to get out of it because we are a bit over leveraged here. This will be a little more than a point. We're in an upward EMA. We've got this back to 10. But we could see a big inversion. Okay, now we're down 166 bucks. That's a little bit better. My distribution drawdown is still low because we've already been up some today. Now let me see where we're at with this. We want to make a fair value gap. Go. I see the impulsive move and I want to see it go up more. This is a pretty big wick though, but we see some aggressive buys. You could see a pullback. We made a fair value gap so far. That's good. We've got 51 seconds left to see if it holds. It might take it out real quick. Okay, we got a very teeny fair value gap at this point. That is our entry point for an upward move. We got 27 seconds left though. See here, if I was smaller sizing, this would be, I would enter there. It would be kind of a double down, but we are kind of moving up, so I'm hesitant to do that, but as our drawdown's so small right now, I just want to try to be patient and get out of this hole a little bit. I should have actually waited to be my entry, but I saw, you know, this momentum here, and so I just wanted to go ahead and take it. We're above the EMA as well. See, I could get out manually if I get above that take profit line, but I want to see more than 12.50 because you're going to get $5. It'll only be $7 with the fee. Looks like we're getting real close. Okay, we got it. So now we're down $114. Our distribution drawdown is at 723. We're in an uptrend. I want to see a pullback now. I want to go to a higher time frame, and I want to see a pullback first. This is my pullback number, 7149. 7419. So down here. So really, I'd love to see a pullback there. We got an uptrend here, but you do gotta still see if we're making fair value gaps, which we are. But we're getting real. We're kind of, I don't know. I feel overextended, so I could see a pullback happening. My pullback here is entry is at 2.6. We still want to take trades off of my 1 minute. We just made a fair value gap, so I'm going to try to take it up again. Get out if I see a good exit. I'm out. So now we're down $87 on the day. We got a little aggressive sell stepping in, but we got this very a lot of momentum here. We're wicking down. We would want to see maybe potentially come back down to here. If we, let's see, we're just going up and up. I'm going to take another trade here. Might double down. See, this is where I would double down if it comes back all the way down here. Okay, we're gonna take this, I think. We want to just get in and out before it decides to go down. So I'm gonna have my finger on the button here. Sold at 25. I'm gonna take out. I'm out at 25. I don't know if I actually got anything. So it's a crazy move up. We are way past our. Are we getting news or something? I don't know if we're getting like end of war news or something. We got some aggressive sells starting to pop in here. Big wick down, so that's looking like the start of a potential reverse. If I entered, I would want to wait till here. So I'm going to zoom out while we're waiting to see what's going to happen here. We've had this little bit of a pullback candle, which is a healthy pullback. It could just continue to go up. We're well above our trend line. We're in an uptrend. This is so 4 hour. Our entries are still way down there. $88. We got a lot of mixed buys and sells on this candle. We've blown through our highs here. We got a 2 hour breaker structure. So I was kind of in the hole quite a bit, but you could see I managed to get out of the hole just with little wins. And so we're starting to get back on track here for today. I was a little stupid getting in pre-market, or I should have just kept my 220 that I made pre-market, and then would have been in a better situation. I would have been kept the 220, and then I was down like, what was it, 200 or 300, so I've been up like 400 so far. So little mistakes can cost you. That's what I'm realizing. We're 41 minutes to making that fair value gap. We're in an uptrend. I'm going to go ahead and just go for 2 more points here. I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to go up now, I think. See, this would be a double down. Take the double down off of the 2-2 here. Even though it is a tweezer top, consider it a tweezer top, this is a big move down. We're down 177 bucks. This is my kind of entry down here. But I might see I could have doubled down right there. But I'm gonna wait. Because if you double down, if I double down here, it takes my profit line here, and then I just, okay, now we got this signal here. But it's pushing back up a little bit. Finger on the button, we kind of made equal highs here. But we're on an uptrend, up candle. It's getting pushed back a little bit, but I think it'll take it. We don't gotta go up that much, and then we would be looking to maybe See if it pulls back or continues to pull back. Okay, made the equal high. We do have a little bit more volume than the previous candle. No, we didn't. Okay, now we're starting to surge up here. I need to not double down at all today, just as an exercise in not doubling down, really. I need to work on getting out of trades, because I've always been right, but it's just right at the wrong time. Okay, we're starting around this top here. We got some aggressive sells stepping in. I am going to double down here though. Okay, we almost made a fair value gap. See, that would have been a good entry. That's actually where I should have got my entry, and then we taken it all the way to the high there. So I need to be patient, but I also don't want to miss a move. But it seems like I'm more wrong when I'm impatient than I am missing them. You know, I need to wait for the pullback, because I missed out basically on 4 points, and I'm only going to get like 1 point. If we make a down candle after this, then I would say we're kind of starting a downtrend. Oh, we kind of moved up a little bit. I think if it takes this, that we might be around break even for the day, and still time to work. Probably going to see a pullback at some point here, hopefully after we take profit. I just don't have the leverage to double down today though, because I'm in at 10 contracts. I was trying to trade at 1 and 2 and 3 contracts, and then you could double down, and I was finding success doing that, but I just want to pass the eval, get it out of the way, and I don't want to spend a month, you know, making $300 a day trying to pass the eval. All right, we're gonna have 2 downward candles here, which is kind of, if I see 3 down minute 1 candles, then it looks like a start of a downtrend. Okay, we disrespected that. How far do I want to let it go? We've got some aggressive sells stepping in here. We are down $300. We're $400 a drawdown at this point. How far is it going to come down? That's the question. 5 minute. What's my 5 minute? So we're kind of at an entry at a 5 minute as well as the 1 minute. We've held that fair value gap. It's holding on a little bit. We actually got 2 seconds here to solidify this. We'll see if it holds or inverts or what. We've wicked into it. We've inverted it now. No leverage to double down, otherwise we'll blow the account. Get $400. So this could be make or break here at this point. This is also a disrespect line, but also an entry. We are in an uptrend. We've got some decent sized wicks here. We are above the trend line, well above it. So we do got quite a room to fall. We do got some aggressive sells here at the top. After we had some aggressive buys, we need to see some more aggressive buys, really, to see it go back up. Sometimes it'll wick down maybe halfway in and then continue to move up, but I don't think our drawdown will support that. We're in an uptrend. It's obvious we're at all-time highs, so you expect price to go back up. It's been doing it for the last week after week after week, so I'm staying strong. I'm resisting doubling down, because if I did double down, it would take my profit line here, and then if we came back up here temporarily before moving down again, then I'd be out of the trade. Okay, we made an up candle. I like that, even if it's very small. Okay, we got it forming another bullish candle here. So this is an exit point. We would have, to see an entry, we would need to see a fair value gap being made to the upside. We've gotten out of this trade because of a sell, because see, we were in a buy, I believe, so we got out of it there. But if we would have just followed on the 1 minute, the long here, actually would have performed pretty well. We would have been in it here and then out of it here for 10 points. So just that entry model alone is significant. We're out of a trade here. We need to see another. We would need to see another. Actually, I should have gotten out. Technically, if I'm following this, I should have gotten out to stay with this trend here. And if I make a two fair value gaps to the upside, then that would signal a buy trade. But I'm just going on market structure mainly. I'm using this as a confluence to potentially get out or get in. We're making a fair value gap to the upside. As long as it doesn't wick back down, we've inverted that fair value gap so far. Hopefully this closes up above that. 25 seconds here left on it. So we're above the EMA. That's another good signal. If we make a fair value gap, that's a good signal. That's where I should also, if I do double down, it's when it starts to make fair value gaps change trend in a real reasonable way. So we've created that fair value gap. Hopefully it holds. 56 seconds. Okay, it does not hold. That's no bueno. No bueno. We're below the EMA. We're moving towards the disrespect. We're holding strong. We're wicking back up. We're not going to create a fair value gap to the downside because of this big candle here unless it really pushes down. We've not seen any aggressive step in. Let's go down to 250. Okay, we're wicking back up. We had some buys down here. Okay. Could continue to move down from here. We won't be creating fair value gaps unless it really moves down. In that case, I think I should. Well, my drawdown's so low, I don't know that it matters at this point. I feel like we got to get this win here. Otherwise, we're not going to have enough room to stay active in this account. So, but it seems like we're starting to creep up a little bit. As soon as I say something, of course, it goes the opposite direction. We are kind of rounding this top on the EMA, but as you see, it's kind of a series of S curves here. We're not making a fair value gap yet because this long wick from the previous candle. So nothing gonna support it. We have some support down here, but nothing support it from not going back up. Nothing gonna hold it down. There's no resistance. So I'd like to see a new high with a bullish candle now. That would give me a little more confidence that we're going to continue to move up. I'm not doubling down. I'm not doubling down. I could see the argument to do it, but I don't know. I've gotten in a bad habit of doubling down, so I'm trying to break that habit. That's really the only times I've lost in any given day. I need to be okay with taking a small loss over the course of the day, and because I know a lot of days I will do 35 points, you know, it could be 3,000 a day, and you know, I know I can do it. That's the thing, is to take those big wins, small losses, and then consistently be adding to profit, which I can do. So I'm kind of starting to range here now. Still got a lot of aggressive moves up here, a lot of momentum up. We're below the EMA, not where we want to be. We're going to make a leg down here, or are we going to start to make a leg up? This is like the critical point. We've ranged around. Are we going to make another little leg down, disrespect this, grab some liquidity, or are we going to go up to our target up there? This is our respect direction up here, the yellow. Okay, this is might be shaping up here. If we hold on to this green candle. Okay, I like that. We did kind of gap down a little bit. Okay, this is something. We're above the EMA now on the 1 minute. If we could break above, there's actually got like a little bit of a downward trend line here. If we break above that, then it could mean a signal that we will continue to go up.
tumbler, Max.
Okay. Looks like we're starting to go back up. You've got your tumbler? You got it? Okay.
Sorry.
How was it?
Good.
You feel, and you're gonna go back again in an hour?
Yes. I wanna make my mommy work.
Yeah.
Make my mommy work. So become $7 each.
Do you feel like you work or you're tired or anything?
No, it's exercise, shoulder, leg, muscle.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay, this is a nice push for creating a fair value gap. 3, 2, 1. If we could hold this fair value gap, that'd be fantastic. $53 seconds to hold. We got some aggressive buys here. So far, so good. I like that. Maybe we'll see like a liquidity sweep and then it goes down. You've been seeing a lot of, after a big move up in the open, a lot of wavy up and down movement. So it may not want to take this. Still holding on strong. If we could hold that fair value gap, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now we got our long signal here. So this would be an entry, but considered an entry. But I don't think I'll enter. We've inverted it. Holding on a little bit. Okay, held on to it so far. Looking better. And you need to make another big move up. If we make another fair value gap to the upside, then I would probably double down for an extra little point. Okay, we're inverting that. We've got 12 seconds to get back above it. like that. Okay, we've no, created a fair value gap for a second there. And trying to invert this again. We went deeper the second time than we did the first time. So yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Now it might react off of this trend line now that we're above it. We did get we do have more volume going down now. Hopefully it'll get absorbed. We seem to have less volume overall. Change this to 150. See what's happening. Okay, we got some buys above this line now. Still got 4 seconds to get above here. We could get pushed. There we go. Oh, okay, so it did invert the fair value gap. However, that was a nice little absorption of the cells, even if we made a down candle. This is unfortunate, that price action. Our momentum is terribly slow. We got 1 hour, 17 minutes left on the 45. What's that 45 looking like? It's up. We got a big wick, a lot of cells up top here. But we got a big wick. We got a big wick. It is a pretty substantial size wick. We got 16 minutes to move back up. Okay. Okay, that's good. Nice little push. Some aggressive buys here. Okay, it looks very good. Okay, well, I'm feel better as long as we don't tweezer top this and go back down. Okay, looks like we're gonna take this. Okay. Looks like we're gonna want to take it. Oh, too soon. We got a lot of buys coming in though. No, not more volume than the previous candle, but it is heavily weighted to bursts of buying. Is it going to want to make a new high? That's the question. Oh. Okay. Okay, this is the chance. We're not in over leveraged here, but this could want to fail, let's reject off this high here. Equal highs, or equal highs here. We want to make a new high here. Oh, starting to get there. Made a new high. Is it going to want to wick down from here? Well, let's see. Okay, we'll break a structure to the upside. That's a good sign. right there. Okay, we got it. Okay, now we're down 20 bucks on the day. 817 distribution drawdown. Now the question is, we need to wait for a pullback. This is getting ridiculous. So a pullback, if we entered, would be 3.5. But really, I think we need to look for the higher time frame pullback, because we are kind of getting overextended here, but we got a lot of movement up now. 430. Okay, so that's our other pullback. Okay. We want to see now, after making new highs, ranging around for a bit, we see some sells coming back in. Let's see if we're going to invert fair value gaps here. Okay, we got a pretty substantial tweezer top. This is like more of a reversal than a leg down. It could have got, that was an entry though, could have got a couple points there. But I want to be patient. I'm going to actually put a buy. This is one thing I had been doing too, is setting little traps. Because a lot of times it might want to wick down really aggressively and then go back up. Okay, we're making a new fair value gap. Sell's coming in now. Are we gonna absorb it though? The buys. So I'm just trying to get a point or two. That's all I need. Love to get out of this though with a little bit of profit. I feel like it's gonna reverse again. No wicks on top though. That's the likelihood of it going down without any wick on top is, I feel like, not very likely. I still got my entry down here. That's a double down. Okay, we got aggressive selling now. 39. 15 is it? If I do a double down, I want it to be substantial if it wicks down there. Looks like it's coming back up though. Okay, that's what we want to see. A lot of buys. I don't mind just waking up there and getting it, and then I re-enter right away. This is 2 points, or one, actually 1.25 points. Maybe I've been doing maybe it's too far, because I would have been out of this, and I would have still gotten something. Okay, there we go. We gapped up. We are going down, but we gapped up. So I'd like to see it wick up if it wants to, before it wants to go down. I feel like that's almost like a double down. Okay, we're in profit. It's going to want to go up. Seems like we're wicking down more than we're wicking up. We're in profit here. I really want this. There we go. Come on. Almost had it. You almost had it. Come on. Really? Now we got the bullish push. Could see, normally I double down there. I would double down there. Don't be shy. I'm almost in profit for the day. Come on. No. At $25, I should have just taken $25. No, indecision candles, really. Could come down to the EMA. Okay, we're going up. It's gonna wake up. It's gonna wake up. Pretty good win percentage today, but my average losing trade is 318. My average winning trade is $50. All right, we're in profit. We're in profit. Now, we're still in an uptrend. Okay, looks like we might be starting a leg down. Cells coming in. I'm gonna wait for my signal here. So I'm gonna just check on these time frames. Okay, we've gotten cells at the top. 33 minutes left on this candle. It is starting to wick down. 3 minutes left on the 90. I need to see 2 fair value gaps in the downtrend in order to take this. We have a lot of cells there. 1. And then we'll just take it for a little bit of a ride to down, because we're overall still in an uptrend here. Okay, we're getting a big push down. There's also an entry to the upside potentially here. 7, 1, 3, 4, 3. I'm going to buy momentarily and just get out, because I think it'll wick back up a little bit. And this would be kind of an entry to go up. We just wanted to take profit here, but we're making fair value gaps. So we're in a setup for a sell here, actually. Typically you want to take it off of, okay, think about this. It's kind of the entry we want, but we see 2 fair value gaps. If it takes my profit, then I will immediately sell. This is a little bit of a gamble, but it's actually not a gamble because we're in an uptrend overall, and we've just had a pullback. We're still in an uptrend, as you see here. So we're going to make 3 fair value gaps going to down. This should be another double down. We'll do the next double down. We're down to 148. I would say I'm going to double down here because we are in an uptrend. We made 3 fair value gaps to the upside. Actually, I would need to see fair value gap. So that was a little bit of a stupid play there. We're seeing a lot of sell. Okay. Let me see here. This could come back up. I'd love to see it just wick up before it goes down. If not, I think I am going to double down. Actually, we've got bullish there. A lot of cells coming in. How far is it going to go? I'm going to buy in again. Get my exits here. I can see it coming back. Even if it's just a wick up, at least it'll get me out of this trade. This is my double down. This is a risky move, but this is a good entry too. I'm just over leveraged at this point, so I need to see it come to profit. We had some buys stepping in here. This is a pullback, technically off of a larger uptrend. We don't know where the bottom is. Already down 266. So it's a little bit, so there is more bottom here. Oh, we got close to it, but not sure about this now. We're at the bottom. This is the buy-in part of the range here, but we are in a pretty severe downtrend. But this is where our fair value gap is up here, so it is a target at the same time. I'm gonna go on the button. Okay. Wow. Okay. That's it. Okay, and then it's gonna wick all the way back up. Okay. So I was over leveraged.